Okay, so the only thing that's holding us back from doing World 4 backwards is this ledge here that we unfortunately can't get up with current knowledge. However, I have been theory crafting ways to do a ground storage up there, and I've come up with 2 different setups. The problem with both is that whenever I do the ground storage, the character doesn't exactly land where he last stood, like over here basically, on the outer edge. And I just died. That's the next problem with this. Instead of landing on the last coordinates the character stood on, they will always land over here, basically. And that's too far to the right. So that's kind of unfortunate. Anyway, so the first method that I came up with, which is pretty easy to do this trick, is to drill clip over here, which would make sense since you're coming from the right. And then you can simply walk out of bounds on this line. And then what you want to do is you want to have basically stand over here. Now this would be great if he could land with these coordinates, because that means he would be almost on the... Actually, he should probably be a bit further to the left. Try that. Okay, so this is good. Now he's inside of the collision and this should work, right? So now we want to actually have him fall into the void. Now we want to go on this ramp, and now we want to go back to Ferb, not to Phineas, and then die. Now this looks good, but unfortunately he lands a bit to the right, right? Although he stood like here essentially. And as you saw, if he actually landed here, that would have worked, right? So I'm gonna try this again. So actually no, I can't, because I'm not exactly where I want to be. I am where I want to be, never mind. Or maybe he did move slightly without me realizing, which, okay, in that case I'm gonna try again. Can you please die, Ferb? He refuses to die now. So yeah, as you can see, it doesn't quite work. He doesn't land where he's supposed to land. And the other method is a bit more annoying, because you want to push Phineas and you don't want to do that. Alright, that worked. Now what you want to do is you want to just clip into the ramp as you would normally do in any percent. Like so. Switch to Phineas, die. But nope, still doesn't work. Alright, so that's the 2 methods I came up with. I guess what you could also try is not that. The thing is that I know with some of these prop manips, it actually matters where your character dies. Like, I've had different results with like just different death positions for whatever reason, but I don't know that much about that. Maybe that's not even true. Maybe that's just a placebo or something. But I feel like it does matter where you die. Actually, I have one example for that in, I can show you. Right, so if you want to do this trick here, where you want to do the prop manip up there, if you die here, it doesn't work. What happens is you'll get put there, right? But if you use the same position but die over here, the trick will work all of a sudden. So maybe my setup does actually work. You just need to be somewhere else. Or like die somewhere else. But I don't know what that is based on. Like, do you have to die as far out as possible maybe? In that case, I can try that. This is me experimenting now. Alright, so let's try to kill Ferb as far out there as we possibly can. If this works, then I'm gonna laugh. That would be really funny. Nope, still doesn't work. Alright, so that's everything that I found so far. This trick feels possible, but maybe it actually isn't. I guess there's a third way of clipping out of bounds, which is as follows. Essentially, there's a ladder here that you could repair, and there is a glitch that we know exists that we don't understand how it works. Essentially, you can disable all collision somehow, and Luke once had that work with a ladder, but you also had it happen with a trampoline, and it also happened to me once, but I don't remember how. But you know, why would you do it if you can just do any of the 2 tricks I just showed you? Anyway, what I wanted to say when I died here, I just remembered, was you can see that this cliff kind of goes to the right, and I don't know where the collision is up there. But I feel like if you could get Ferb to die like over here maybe, it might work. But then again, how far does this go? It goes until here. Actually, can we have Phineas die somewhere over there maybe? That would be much easier to set up. Die. There we go. Still didn't die where I wanted him to die. This is going to be attempt number 50. That's still not going to work. So yeah, maybe if the position where a character dies actually matters, you might be able to have Phineas or Ferb die up there, not to the left. And maybe that'll do the trick. Who knows? Of course, this is not going to do the trick. And actually, one last thing I'm going to check. I want to check where there's actually physical ground up there that we can maybe land on. Maybe if the ground extends somewhere into the grass, then maybe this might be possible. Now, if I like clipped into there, hello, will you please work? I don't know, but essentially if the ground extends to somewhere in the grass, and you can see that it's not a straight line, right? There's an angle here and it goes to the right. So maybe there's ground there that we can land on, but I'm honestly not quite sure. And there's actually a death plane there. That's really strange. Wait, so does it extend to the other side? I was thinking maybe if I could clip into the grass over here, I could hover over here and check if there's collision there. There must be an easy way to clip in there, but I just can't find it because I'm dumb. Maybe like this. Oh yeah, there is ground. No, there isn't. But it does extend. Like you can maybe stand over here essentially. Maybe that works. Obviously it doesn't work when you are Ferb and you can't hover. But there is some ground there apparently. So maybe there's a way. But who knows?